Blurring a part of a video clip. Many times we want to blur a certain portion of a clip, such as a license plate number, or someone's face, or maybe a legal document. So we're going to come over here and we're going to go to our effects here. So I'm going to pick here and we're going to go into editing and I'm going to go over to my effects. I'm going to come down to my video effects to blur and sharpen the Gaussian blur. I'm going to drag and drop that onto my clip. That brings me up into my effects control. Down here you see I have a Gaussian blur. First thing I want to do is I want to pick on the style that I want. I can create an ellipse or a 4-point polygon mask, or I can freehand. I'm going to pick a 4-point. You see that pops up here. I'm going to just stretch this up here, stretch this to maybe right here, and I'm going to stretch that up here, and I'm going to move that like to right there. All right. Then when we come down here, we're going to change the blurriness, because that's the purpose of the Gaussian blur, is to make it blurry. I'll put like 25% in there, and you can see how that blurs it up automatically. Okay, so I can go, it doesn't take a lot. I can do 15 and I can have a little bit come through, or I can go a whole lot. So I'll jump up to 20 here. So you can't see through that. Now, if I come down into my clip and I play my clip, you can see that that blurriness is there for the whole duration of the clip, and you can see it's shooting underneath. I could make it just a tad bigger, or I could keyframe it and have it move around as the video moves around a little bit. So also there's a few other things I could do with it. I could probably put on some transitions to fade it out when we're done type thing, or to have, keyframe it so it moves around so we can't see the document at this point. But if I come back in and see this, you can see that it is just not big enough, and it's or it's not moving around using keyframes. So I can come in here and see my control effects. All right, and so let me go back in here and pick on my Gaussian blur. And so I could adjust these as needed, but it does apply for the whole video. And this is used a lot nowadays, so we can basically blur out people's faces. License plates are very commonly blurred out, children, things of that nature, legal documents, stuff like that is blurred out. So this is called a Gaussian blur, and it's blurring a part of the video clip.